Welcome to today's Custer Technical Services webinar. My name is Jay Corridge and I'm Custer's Technical Training Specialist. And today, as you all know, we're going to be taking a look at an introduction to Power BI. Now, as I go through the webinar, if any questions come to mind, please submit them in the Teams chat. And we have Custard CTO Joe Smiley and CEO Chris Pass, who will be connected by the end to answer those questions at the end of the webinar. Okay, well, let's get started. So, what is BI? Business intelligence is a technology-driven process for analysing data and presenting actionable information which helps executives, managers, and other corporate end users make informed business decisions. BI encompasses a wide variety of tools, applications, and methodologies that enable organisations to collect data from internal and external sources, prepare it for analysis, develop and run queries against data, and create reports, dashboards, and data visualizations to make the analytical results available to corporate decision makers as well as operational workers. So that's BI. But what about Power BI? So Microsoft Power BI is a complete self-service BI solution delivered through Excel and Office 365 that provides data discovery, analysis, and visualization capabilities to identify deeper business insights from data. It enables a live 360-degree view of your business. The Power BI for Office 365 service is a cloud-based solution that enables collaboration and reduces the barriers to deploying a BI environment for sharing reports and accessing information. So, experience your data in Power BI. Any data, any way, anywhere. Stream analytical data from the Microsoft Cloud. This covers the Office 365 suite along with Dynamics and Microsoft Azure. Stream analytical data from a number of non-Microsoft Cloud systems, including Acumatica, Marketo, Salesforce, Comscore, QuickBooks, and Twilio. On-premise data, including Hadoop, SAP SQL Server, Oracle, Teradata, IBM, is connected to using a Power BI gateway using secure access through Azure services. Over 45,000 organizations use Power BI's advanced visualization options, natural query capabilities, and out-of-the-box connectors to cloud services. Stay connected from any device. So Power BI has native apps for Apple, Windows, and Android devices, allowing you to receive alerts to important changes in data on the go, so you shouldn't be caught off guard. Power BI Online is accessible using browsers including Microsoft Edge, Internet Explorer 11, Chrome Desktop, Safari, and Firefox, most up-to-date versions, of course. Reports can also be embedded and viewed into websites using HTML5. So what are the key benefits of Power BI? So some of the key benefits include pre-built dashboards and reports for popular software as a service solutions, saving you time and effort in setup. Real-time dashboard updates, keeping you in the loop and making it easy for you to react appropriately and quickly. Secure live connections to your data sources on premises and in the cloud, keeping your data accessible but safe. Intuitive data exploration using natural language queries, making it easier than ever to find out what you're looking for. So we're talking about a query expressed by a spoken language in a normal manner, so an easy way of posing a question and getting an answer. Power BI is integrated with familiar Microsoft products and utilizes commitment for scale and availability in Azure. Power BI allows for fast deployment, hybrid configurations, high security, and integration into existing IT systems, making it a viable and easy change to make for all. So let's talk a little bit more about natural language queries. So sometimes the fastest way to get to an answer from your data is to perform a search over your data using natural language. And as mentioned before, it lets you explore your data in your own words by posing a question and getting an answer. So as you type your question, Power BI shows relevant and contextual suggestions to help you quickly become productive with the natural language. As you type, you get immediate feedback and results. The experience is very similar to typing in a search engine, for example. Often, one question leads to another as the visualizations reveal interesting paths to pursue. Asking a question is just the beginning. You're able to travel through your data, refining or expanding your question, uncovering new information, zeroing in on certain details, or zooming out for a broader view. The experience is interactive and fast. So connect live to your on-premises data. So hybrid business intelligence solutions allow quick deployment, ability to manage and secure data on premises with SQL Server analysis services, so an analytical data engine used in decision support and business analytics. Optimized query performance for interactive and efficient data exploration. And live query is the gold standard, uses a connection string within analysis services, and scheduled refresh from one premises data source so that presented data is always up to date. So unlocking your Excel data. So Power BI allows you to analyze and publish Excel workbooks data, prepare a model data with the familiar and flexible Excel, and then connect it to Power BI easily using in-menu options. Publish to Power BI by either exporting the data and creating interactive reports and dashboards, or uploading the workbook and interacting and viewing it as you would through Excel Online. Also, connect live to Excel workbooks stored in OneDrive for Business to create reports and visuals. Team collaboration, easy through Power BI as it's integrated into the Office 365 Groups experience. Create groups in Power BI service to collaborate with colleagues, to create collections of dashboards, reports, data sets, and paginated reports. Share dashboards and reports by work groups so that colleagues can view and interact with them easily. Navigate from Power BI to other Office 365 workloads, for example, cloud-based file management with OneDrive. Create Power BI content using the Power BI desktop application. Use the desktop tool for data exploration and interactive reporting. It utilizes a free-form drag and drop canvas and allows effortless publishing to the Power BI service and your Power BI workspace. So let's take a little look at an overview of Power BI. So as you can see, we have the various data sources that connect to the Power BI service on the left and can be used to create live data dashboards, visualizations and reports to suit your business needs with regular data refresh. Natural language queries make finding answers to questions efficient. Sharing reports and dashboards is possible within work groups as well as externally. Collaborating can be easily done using the integrated Office 365 experience. So let's take a little bit more of a look at Power BI Desktop. So Power BI Desktop is a freely downloadable 32 or 64-bit desktop application, depending on your needs, optimized for the use of Power BI service. It combines the power of Power Query, data transformation and data preparation engine, Power Pivot, an Excel add-in to perform powerful data analysis and create sophisticated data models, and Power View, data visualization technology that lets you create interactive charts, graphs and maps in Excel, SharePoint, SQL Server, and Power BI. It uses a dedicated BI workflow specialized in interactive visualizations and analysis. Of course, its main output is interactive reports. It allows you to effortlessly publish interactive visual reports to users of Power BI. And BI Desktop itself is updated on a monthly basis, so security and performance are maintained and improved as you use it. So let's take a look at the experience from start to finish. So Power BI Desktop allows you to prepare and explore your data author a range of reports with modern data visualizations, and share it by publishing interactive reports to Power BI. So let's take a closer look by starting with the preparation phase. So consolidate data from a broad range of sources. Using query functionality, you can connect to data from a number of different sources, more so than powerbi.com allows on its own. Okay, which we've looked at a little bit already, but we're going to see some more as we move through. Data can be navigated efficiently with in-memory processing that will optimize performance, with the ability to pare down data sets before data is loaded, so only the data you need is loaded. So here is a look at the data sources available through Power BI Desktop. And as you can see, Power BI Desktop can incorporate quite a multitude of data sources across quite a wide spectrum. So shape the data into a format and structure that you need. So using Power BI Desktop's intuitive UI, you're then able to select what data is included, cleanse that data and remove errors, finally tune the query step sequence to reorder, add, edit or delete steps as required, and modify data type to support any specific calculation requirements. As Power BI Desktop is very powerful, it allows for advanced scenarios using mashup. So to mash up data from one or more of a rich collection of supported data sources expressed using the Power Query M formula language. So let's have a look at some of the common data shaping tasks, because of course the data needs to be shaped to be used efficiently. So it includes removing rows or columns, changing a data type, pivoting columns and group rows, modifying a table name, identifying and fixing errors found, merging or appending queries to combine the data from multiple queries into a single query. All of these are made easy with Power BI Desktop. So with Power BI Desktop, you're able to automatically create a data model as it detects relationships automatically, categorizing data and applying default summarizations. Models can be refined to enable complex calculations, like creating relationships between tables, either manually or automatically, or adjusting relationship types and cross-filtering data for insights. Calculations can be defined to generate new fields to use in your reports. Calculations can also calculations can be automatically calculated, or custom measures can be created using data analysis expression formulas, so a language to create custom calculations in Power Pivot tables. Advanced analytics can be developed to use using measures and relationships to uncover correlations, exceptions, and understand business outcomes. So exploring the data. So explore the data easily using Power BI Desktop by selecting data elements and sort data, filtering data and using cross-filter capabilities, drilling into and across selected data sets, pivoting and slicing data, and changing the visualization types to suit your needs. Using a free-form drag and drop canvas, as mentioned before, allows you to select, transform, and mash up data easily. The reporting. So Power BI Desktop allows reports to easily be authored, telling stories using a range of interactive visualizations. Data from different sources can be consolidated into a single report if required. Colors and formatting can be changed, and customizations can be made to suit or fit your needs, as detailed on screen at the moment. So the sharing element. So those reports can be shared with a broad audience by saving Power BI report files and publishing them to Power BI. Reports can be shared to other Power BI users in your organization as required, as can changes to dashboards. And changes to dashboards can automatically sync across all users as well. Okay, so let's take a look at Power BI and some demo reports to see how data can be shown and interacted with. So I'm just going to make the change over to that. Okay, so the first report that I'm going to take a look at is a Microsoft Demo Retail Analysis report. Okay, what we're looking at the moment is a workspace that's been created for demos and training, and these are some of those reports that I was talking about that have been uploaded, in this case, Microsoft Demo reports. So if I start by looking at retail analysis, just give that a click. And what we can see on screen at the moment are the different pages that I've created to split up the visualizations for this data. Okay, and I've jumped in at district monthly sales. And on screen, what we can see are the different visualizations and the different ways of filtering. So at the top left, I've got my district managers for the monthly sales. I've got this year's sales by store number in the center, total sales variance by fiscal month percentage-wise, last year's sales and this year's sales by fiscal month, and some of the data shown within here as well. So let's say with this data on screen, I wanted to specifically look at the district manager, Brad Sutton. All I need to do with the way that it's been set up is simply click against his name, and with the live data, and then manipulates, and you can see that it is now fit to Brad Sutton. So I can see his stores that he's responsible for, along with the rest of the data associated with them. So that's not all. I can keep drilling down further. For example, if I wanted to specifically look at this store here, all I would need to do is left click on that store, and you see the rest of the data that's visualized on screen has changed, and I can now specifically look at that store's data. So from here, what if I'm looking at my visualizations and thinking, I actually want to change how that is currently being visualized. So what I can do, I have an edit button on the top here. I simply left click on edit. And you see I have some bars that appear on the right hand side. I want to, in this case, change the way that last year's sales and this year's sales are currently being visualized. So all I would need to do is left click on there. You see it's now populated with how it's currently being visualized. I could, of course, make changes to how that is being visualized in terms of the axes and how the values are shown. But for today's webinar, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change the visualization into a line chart. So you see I've got the option up at the top right. So I'm going to left click on that. And there we are. Simply change the way that it is shown. And as you may have noticed as I've been going through, when you hover over the visualizations, it will give you the data for what you're hovering over nice and easily. And all I would do when I'm happy with what changes I've made here is simply click save, okay, which is just here. Now, to go back to the reading view, so just looking at the data and interacting with the data, I've got reading view at the top here. As standard, when you share it with colleagues or externally, it will be in reading view, so changes can't be made. And you can see there's a really easy share button here that I could click to then start the sharing process out if I needed to. Okay, so that's the first report. And as I mentioned before, nice and easy to jump in and out of each page for the data visualizations that I've set up. We're now going to look at another report, another demo report provided by Microsoft. This one is to do with COVID-19, as I'm sure, unfortunately, we can all relate to. This particular report is the confirmed cases in the United States, as well as the total deaths and the case fatality rate. Okay, so to begin with, you can see on my left-hand side, I've got the states listed down with the confirmed cases, total deaths, and case fatality rate. If, for example, I wanted to look at the state with the lowest number of confirmed cases, all I would need to do is simply go to the header, left click it, and you'll see that it's now ordered it from lowest to highest instead of highest to lowest. And I can, of course, click it again to see highest to lowest, etc. You can see on my right-hand side here, I've got states listed, and I've got a color coordination to lowest and highest for confirmed cases at the moment. Let's say I wanted to look at the total deaths in that way. All I would do is click on that header here, and you'll see that it has now manipulated that live data to show that the state with the highest is here. If I'm not sure what that means to begin with, all I need to do is hover over that state, and there's the information. Okay. In addition to that, at the top right, you can see I've got a date range with a slider. If I want to change that date range to make it wider, all I do is click and drag, and you see that that has now reflected on all of my visualizations on screen. So nice and easy to interact, make changes, and see the data in a way that suits you. And of course, it's really convenient in meetings if you're trying to convey a certain point, nice and easy to manipulate it on the fly if required. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump back into the presentation. And now we're going to talk about questions. So any questions that have been put forward, I'm now going to pass over to our CTO, Joe Smiley, who will then look over the questions and answer them as required. So over to you, Joe.
Thanks for that, Jake. I have unmuted the or allowed you to unmute if you would like to ask any questions verbally. Alternatively, if you want to type in the chat, feel free, and we'll answer any questions that you might have.
Just whilst Joe's answering those questions in the Teams chat, just something to put out there. Obviously, our contact details are now on screen, but Custard is able to support you through your Power BI journey and assist in the background setup to help get everything up and running to suit your business. Just give Custard a call or drop us an email with the details that are on screen.